Hi, this is DJ Ken J from Ken J Audio. Welcome to I Want to Be a DJ. I know in my previous videos I've thrown around some acronyms for different types of cables like XLR cable, quarter-inch cable, RCA cables, and the list goes on and on. So I wanted to talk to you very quickly about those types of cables and show you what they look like and then give you a tip that may help you save some money when you're purchasing cables and also have a good clean setup. Now, the first type of cable that I want to mention to you that I've talked about and that I keep around, and you may want to get a couple of these, and you're not going to have a big use for them, but good to have. This is a cable that has a quarter-inch on one end and it has a female RCA on the other end. The reason I keep these cables around is because this guy, which is what's called the Y cable, this has two RCAs on one end and it has 1/8" on the other end. Now this is the type of cable that you're going to use if someone brings you a phone and say, oh, can you play this song on my phone or play this off of YouTube? You're going to need this to plug into the phone, and then these two will plug into this cable and then into either your mixer or your controller. Now, if you're going straight into your controller, likely you're going to have RCA inputs because it's going to be an auxiliary input. So you can go straight from the phone and using this cable. So I recommend to get a couple of these. You don't need a whole lot. And get a couple of these types of cables and just have them around so that you're adaptable and ready for any situation that pops up. The other cable that I recommend that you get a few of are just standard quarter-inch cables, and it's a quarter-inch on both ends. I recommend to get a few of these and get some varying lengths. Maybe get a couple of 20-foot cables and maybe a few 6-foots. These come in handy, for instance, if you're using a mixer and you're doing a setup where you have someone performing like a keyboard artist or someone playing some type of other instrument. More than likely they're going to have a quarter-inch output, and you're going to be using the mixer, and your mixer, you're going to want to use a quarter-inch input on your mixer. So I recommend to have a few of these around for those situations. But as you can see, with these cables, especially when they get long, they get easily tangled up in the bag. So you can try to find a way to fold them up. The best way probably, and I don't do it and I probably should, is to roll them and put like a Velcro strap on them. That'll help keep them nice and neat so that you can store them more in a bag. Now, the other suggestion that I have, and this is the one that I prefer, the XLR cable. Now, the XLR cable, if you notice, it has 3 prongs. This is the male end, and then this is the female end, and it's 3-prong. Now, most of your speakers, especially if you buy some new speakers, they have what's called a combo jack. So they can take either XLR or a quarter-inch. But if you want the best sound quality and the best signal ratio, always use a XLR when you can. And also, with these XLRs, if you notice, at the end of the night, if you have several of them that you're using, you can just click them together and get one of those rollers that you use for like an extension cord or a garden hose, and you can just roll these cables up and they store very nicely and very easy to pull apart when you get ready to use. You don't have to go hunting in a bag for them, trying to find them and then having them tangled up. So this is what I recommend. And I also recommend it if you go with these, you're going to need some of these guys. These are adapters. And I recommend getting various different types of adapters because you want to be adaptable to whatever situation you may find yourself in. So you're going to want some adapters that are, as you see, female to male. You're going to want some that have a male to a female quarter-inch because you may find that you may have to change the cable type. So have these. Also, this is a male to a male quarter-inch. So have these adapters around and ready in case you run into a situation where you have to change gender, change cable type, and then that will save you actually from having to have numerous quarter-inch to quarter-inch or RCA to quarter-inches, because you'll be able to, in most situations, just use an XLR cable, put an adapter on whichever end it is you need it, and then you'll be able to be adaptable and hook up whatever it is you need in whatever situation you need. Now these adapters, they are fairly inexpensive. You can go on Amazon, get them for about $4 or $5 a piece. You can go to your local Sam Ash or Guitar Center and get them. And then also, as far as XLR cables, look on Musician's Friend. Usually on the Stupid Deal of the Day, every now and again they'll have a bundle of them for $4 or $5 for some 6 inches, or maybe $10 or $12 for some 12 inches. But get different lengths of XLR cables, because for instance, when you're coming out of your wireless microphone, you're always going to want to use XLR because it's how you get maximum sound quality. So get a shorter cable, because your wireless microphone is going to be in close proximity to either your controller or your mixer. So you don't want a 6-foot cable. You only need a 3-foot cable. So get a few 3-foot cables. Get some 6-foot cables. On Amazon, you can get bundles where you get 4 or 5 6-foot cables for less than $20, or maybe a little bit more if you want to go for some higher quality ones. But build up those XLR cables, and those are the ones that I recommend using because, like I said, they're easy to store, they're easy to get out when it's time to set up, and they also give you the best sound quality. But keep a few of these extra cables around just for adaptability. So that's all I have for cables. If you have any questions, make sure you leave it in the comment section. If there are any topics that you would like for me to talk about, make sure you leave that in the comment section as well. If you haven't done so, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button so that when I put out new videos, you'll be alerted. My next video, I'm going to talk about DJ facades. Yes, facades. You're going to want to have a facade, and I'm going to explain to you why and how you can either purchase one cheap or build one yourself. So until next time, have a good one.